Maybe you should tell her to do it like this. Hello.
It's the other way, Paul. Left to right.
Okay. Yeah. First question of the night. Sean, how are you feeling?
I feel good. Physically, the trip was a bit tough, but being a Saturday game, you had a couple days to recover sleep-wise and everything like that. But physically, when you don't think you're a fullback and you play like a quarterback, it's much easier on the body. So feel good in that regard physically, yeah.
Good.
And I had a good day.
And mentally, you also.
Ja. Just got work to do.
Philipp, wie geht's dir?
Mir geht's gut. Also, wie der Sean schon gesagt hat, super, dass wir am Samstag gespielt haben, mehr Erholung.
Ja.
Also, das merkt man schon den Unterschied, wenn man am Sonntag spielt und dann wieder am Mittwoch gleich Training hat. Also, angenehm, einen Tag mehr Pause. Aber kleine Ouchies, bisschen sore, aber sonst ist alles super.
Super. Danke der Nachfrage, mein Tag war auch gut.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Your day is always good, Paul.
No, not every day is good.
What?
No. But today was all right. It's hot. It's hot.
It
as
is
hell.
warm, especially in this room. I don't know if you can tell that Paul's forehead is glistening, but that's just all of us, actually. It's nicknamed the sauna for a reason.
Ja. Team Haun ist auch schon im Chat, habe ich gesehen. Team Haun, Philipp Haun, Fußballgott.
Football, glaube ich, nicht Fußball.
Oh, football. That's
Yeah.
right.
Thomas Piekelman is the football guy.
Yeah, we have a
Philipp Haun is the football guy.
That's true. We are laughing, but last weekend wasn't that funny. We had our second game in the ELF. It ended not perfect for us. We were in the lead, but at the end, we lost against the Cologne Centurions. I wasn't there. These two gentlemen played that game. How was the trip, and how was it to be in? I think both of you never played Cologne, right? No. How was it to be in Cologne to play football?
I mean, the trip was fun. The trip was awesome. We went Friday to Frankfurt and stayed there for the night. It was a nice hotel, nice breakfast.
I got to get the hotel contact information from you, by the way, now that I
Right.
remembered. Somebody forgot their pillow. Made it a ride home that it was like very fitting,
Okay.
actually. But if I could have my pillow back, that'd be great. Anyways, keep going.
So everything was fine until we had breakfast in Frankfurt and then another 2-hour ride to Cologne. And yeah, field there was awesome. Like the grass was really nice. Big stadium, loud fans. It was a pretty nice trip.
No, I agree. It was a cool experience. I mean, the ride home was obviously tough, particularly after the game that we had. But I think everybody was interested in this league and wanted to join this league because it was supposed to be a step up in professionalism, and this was our first away game. Everything felt comfortable last weekend, right? Because it's what we're used to. But it felt like a business trip, and the atmosphere at the stadium was cool. There was fans from Stuttgart, fans from Centurions, just general NFL or like football fans that wear random NFL jerseys. I think that's so funny in Europe. It's like whatever you have, throw it on. Football, and they got to see an exciting game, and so it's in that regard, it's really, really cool. I just wish it was the outcome was flipped.
Yeah. The outcome was at the end 46-49 for the Cologne Centurions. But just one last question to the stadium there. You mentioned that there were Cologne fans, obviously, and I think they have a friendship with a fan group from Stuttgart. Were there also some Raiders fans? Were there people rooting for us when we scored?
I mean, my parents were there.
I think there was people rooting.
Parents.
I think there was people rooting for us when we scored,
Because they weren't Cologne fans.
but there wasn't too many people in black and silver.
Okay.
A couple here and there, but
So
I think
Raider Nation, travel more, come to our away games. We need that support, same support that we have also in Tivoli Stadium. Discover these new places also, these new football places. It would be really great to see more Raiders fans.
well, I think the community of fan is kind of what surprised me, because there was Centurions fans sitting with Stuttgart fans, and they wore their Surge uniforms and had a Surge flag. And it's like, I think you got your coordinates wrong, but it's like there did seem to be like a togetherness of the fans. They were loud and they were rowdy, but there was it was a very positive vibe, I think, at the game, and they were excited to see a good football game, which is ultimately what everybody wants to see, right?
Before we check out the stats and standings and everything,
Thank you, Alice.
yeah, we're gonna also watch the stiff arm.
Can we? Yeah, we need to talk about the stiff arm though.
Yeah. Let's continue in the schedule. Okay, there's a
Sorry.
schedule. There's a schedule in my head.
Okay, well, sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, please read it.
Yeah, my fault.
Before we watch your also individual stats and things from that game, in total, I mean, we lost that game. We are 2-0. That's not what we are expecting. We want to win, obviously, but in total, what was not running well and what was good? Maybe Philip, you can start.
Yeah, I think we just didn't execute right on offense the first quarter. After that, we got better, and yeah, we just made mistakes again. Like first week, didn't execute good enough, and yeah, they had a great game. They played a lot of trick plays that worked. They had some one-handed catches, and yeah, in the end, it was a high-score game, and we just couldn't make plays the last drive.
Yeah, I think when you take away the first quarter, you're looking at it here when there's a 19 for them and a 0 for us. It makes it really, really tough. And of course, we outscore them, whatever it is, 46-30 the rest of the game. But when you dig yourself that big of a hole, it's really hard to come back out of, and particularly if you don't play perfect afterwards, right? And we played far from perfect afterwards. But if you take a couple positives out of it, we never got down. We never thought we were out of it. We continued to fight until the end, and we just were a couple plays short of a win. But you could say the same thing about the Vikings game. We can't get down by multiple scores. In both games we did, and we're trying to dig ourselves at a hole, and it just feels like we can't quite get back to where we were. So I think a real priority is first quarter and a half or so. And we can't take so long to get into a rhythm on either side of the ball, because you can say the offense started slow because we didn't score any points in the first quarter, but giving up 3 touchdowns in the first quarter is also not a recipe for success.
Before we check the stats and watch the highlights, I want to say hello to all these guys here, and there's the Rebel Nation. Matthias Rebel. Grüße ins Dragons Gym. Fleißig pumpen. Ja. Und aus Wien haben Leute eingeschaltet und Elias ist natürlich wieder da, Eumbubi ist da. Das Frühstück war nicht so schwer. Ich habe gehört, the breakfast was pretty good.
It was.
So it wasn't the breakfast who beat us at that Saturday. Ja, nice, dass ihr alle eingeschaltet habt und wir machen weiter im Programm. Und zwar, wir schauen uns die Stats an vom letzten Spieltag. So, Sean, you mentioned it, first quarter, that can't happening, right? 19-0, and then we fought back, obviously. Second and third quarter were ours. We were in the lead, and at the end, with 2 minutes on the clock, they scored again. We had one last chance, didn't work out. This is the result. Close game. And also congrats to the Cologne Centurions.
Yes,
they
sure.
won it. And to Frank Rosa, the coach, who we know here in Innsbruck. And let's check out maybe your individual stats, or all individual stats. Let's start with rushing. One good thing I also read in the internet is that it seems like that Logan Moraney, our running back, from day to day, from practice to practice, from game to game, he gets into rhythm. And we talked about him last week, and now he even put better numbers on the scoreboard. Philip, what do you think? Is he good?
Yeah, I think on with the O-line and the running game especially, we're just finding a rhythm now, and we're getting better each practice, and it shows on the stat sheet. And Logan is a great player, and yeah, he's just, the more we practice together, the better he will get.
And in the combination with Toby, which we used maybe a little bit more than in the Vikings game, Toby and Moraine, little swing passes also to Toby. Sean, does it give you multiple weapons now, or
well, I think one thing that's important to consider about Logan is a little bit behind the curtains, and I don't want to make excuses for the guy, but he missed most of May with a pulled hamstring. The Vikings game, he was actually pretty questionable until the week of, and when you're new into a system and you only got 3 practices under your belt before you hurt your hamstring, of course he probably wasn't firing on all cylinders, and he didn't get the opportunities that maybe he should have got in the Vikings game due to certain couple factors. Also getting down, right?
Yeah.
When you get down, running the ball is not always the best strategy. And secondly, he actually played less snaps than Toby. So, I mean, and he got stronger through the game because he was fresh. He was really fresh. And, when you average 7 yards a carry in the ELF,
that's good.
It's really, really good. And so...
You have 12.
Yeah, you know what? Some people are just special athletes,
We're going to talk about yours in a second.
But so those 2 factors of him just becoming more confident as a Raiders running back and being fresh throughout the game, I mean, I think this stat line that he has is going to be very common.
You again with 48 rushes. You said you didn't run like a fullback last game, but you were running the ball, and I watched it from home. You played it very smart. You were trying to get the first down, but you ran out of bounds only once. And we're gonna check this clip in a second where you stiff arm somebody.
But that was in the pocket, in my defense. It wasn't like an open field stiff arm.
No, he was to the side of you. He was not running into you. You didn't stiff arm.
No. But I'm saying it wasn't like an open field thing, where in the past, in the open field, I would look for contact, and in the past that's also cost us. I think there's a certain point of that's how I enjoy playing football, and then there's a certain point where there's a time and a place. And game 1, game 2 of a very long season, you just have to be smarter at times.
Yeah. Receiving, Philip, you were our leading receiver with 8 catches, 99 yards, and 1 touchdown. It was your second touchdown? Okay, second touchdown. First one was against the Vikings.
Very consistent stats, by the way.
Yeah,
it's like, I think did you have 13 catches against the Vikings? Was that right, or 10?
The stats are messed up.
Everywhere you see them, but somewhere around 10 and 100 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
I know it's a stupid question, but I still ask it. Are you happy with your personal stats, performance? I mean, Sean don't want to talk about it because...
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough question because in the end we lost. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, especially first quarter, there were several opportunities for me to make a better play, to catch 1 more ball or 2, 3 more balls. And so I'm not satisfied with the performance because I could have done better. And yeah, in the end, I think you can only be satisfied when you win as a team.
We have 2 questions. How was it to play in such a small stadium with only a small crowd? Was it potentially underwhelming and hurt motivation in quarter 1? I would say no, because there were more people than in the most AFL stadiums in the past years. So,
well, it's certainly. I was surprised when you had this page all the way scrolled up and it said only 1,500 people. I would have guessed more. It felt. The crowd was very active and loud, and
pretty loud,
and so it didn't feel like 1,500 people, and no, I mean, most stadiums we play in are not Tivoli. All stadiums we play in a way are not Tivoli, right? So,
it wasn't a factor.
No, not in any way, shape, or form. I think it has more to do with preparation and the team being in a better mental state to execute immediately than anything else.
Where did all the facial hair go? Once per year I shave myself, and it was yesterday, and I know I look awkward, and
you should see him shirtless.
It will come back. So next week for the show I already have a little bit more. Schwacher Besuch im Südstadion, okay, vielleicht kommen nächstes Mal mehr, würde uns freuen für die Centurions. Match auf Puls 24, ja, Oimbubi, das ist ein Problem von der ELF mit Puls 24. Sie arbeiten dran, dass es dann auch bei den Auswärtsspielen klappt. From now on, all the stadiums gonna be bigger with even a bigger crowd. Yeah, Stuttgart is a nice stadium. We know we played there in the past. Frankfurt gonna be nice. Vienna gonna be big and nice. So a lot of cool places to visit. And again, for all the Raiders fans out there, come also to the away games. Very important to support our team everywhere, not only at home. Good. One last thing maybe I want to pick out of the stats is the defense performance from Lucky. It's the second week in a row. He's our leading tackler. Young, really talented linebacker, nickelbacker kind of player.
None of those were right. So let's just move on.
Who is really active on the field, and his older brother is playing for the Stuttgart Surge and also is leading their tackle stats. So it's great to see both Octobone brothers in the ELF performing well. And that's it for the moment when it comes to the stats. But
Can I just second that real quick?
What?
Can I just second that real quick?
Second dial?
Yeah, second that. So
Whatever that means,
agree
do
with
it.
you. Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucky's a phenomenal player. It's
How old is he?
I
And
don't-
how
I
many
don't
years
know.
has he played in
I
the
don't know, but
Like,
the dude is so good.
He's
Yeah.
young. He played the second half for the Surge last season. The Stuttgart Surge. Played for the Vienna Vikings before. And now he's with us. And
Dude's really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Highlights. Let's watch them together. We're gonna turn the sound off so we don't have any issues. Does this work? Yes. Good. So there's the trailer of the ELF. Nice logo. Highlights.
Oh, Paul.
Oh,
Paul.
what am I doing? Wrong highlights.
Sweet Moses, man.
I just saw our logo. And it says week 1. Yeah, that's maybe the problem. So where are we? We are here. Now we have to watch the... No, we don't have to watch the publicity. So we have to... Good. But now here we are. Cheerio chips. So yeah, 19 points. We said it in the first quarter against us. Jan Weinreich, the quarterback of the Centurions, is leading all quarterback stats at the moment. Sean, what do you think about him as a European? He's a European, he's a German quarterback. This can't happen. But
That dude throws a really, really nice ball. I wish we would have made him go through more progressions and really see him go across the field. He seemed very comfortable all game. But at the end of the day, you have to make throws.
yeah,
And he made a couple throws that it was just like, all right,
yeah,
awesome. He made a corner throw over Tony Anderson, who's super tall. You'll see it later in the highlight. He made a throw in between corner. I mean,
number 1.
you can't do anything. He's phenomenal.
crazy guy.
He's phenomenal.
Where is he coming from?
He was phenomenal for them last year.
He played there.
It just everybody overlooked him because of what Madre was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the dude's really,
And they
really
were
good.
running the ball like 60
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
But he had a phenomenal game too. So when you have a passing attack that gets into a rhythm, it makes it tough. And there was a couple times where he tried to throw us picks and we just dropped him. We still picked him off, I think, twice. And we won the turnover battle. No, the other one was a double pass.
Should we talk about this? I mean, I don't want to criticize referees.
No, it's just this ref. It was just this ref. That one's an extremely poor call.
The ball was not catchable,
No,
right?
and Neek's in perfect position there. You don't know what else are you supposed to do as a corner. You know what I mean? And it was that guy all game, and he's the one who threw one later in the game to Nitz, and he's the one who missed your call. It was all in the same direction, all on the same hash, or the same sideline. And
Difficult.
those are game, especially in the NFL where it's spot fouls.
Yeah.
Those are
40
absolute game
yards right there.
changers.
Yeah.
Absolute game changers. So, you know, obviously we didn't play well to win.
But
We could have
still,
been helped out a couple times.
But this then this call brought them in the position to score the 19-0, and then we came a little bit more into rhythm. So that's the first nice run from Logan. Oh,
He moves funny.
yeah, he moves fast. He has a low point of, how you say it,
A low center of gravity.
center of gravity.
It means he's thick,
Built.
built different.
And last play of the first quarter. Important first down to keep the drive alive.
That was actually one of my better throws.
And then first touchdown already from you, Philip, right?
No, that's
No, it's
AP.
AP.
Ah, that was AP. Ah, my eyes. Did Sean tripped alone? Tripped? No.
What do you mean?
He was with the team. You didn't trip.
Oh no, I would like. Is that what they mean? Did I travel with the team?
Maybe. Did Sean tripped alone? And then Logan with his touchdown. Good blocking from the offensive line.
Yeah,
There was 2 point, right?
yeah, exactly.
Ah, that was a 2-point note.
But we do go 19-14, which was huge.
Yeah.
And then because Lucky sets us up here.
That's lucky. Yeah.
The dude's phenomenal. And
Was down by contact. So
he was.
Yeah.
He was. That was a good call.
Yeah.
But so then we dig ourselves out of a hole, and then we let up a touchdown, and then I throw a pick six, and it's like, oh, okay, well, here we go again.
Yes.
Down by 3 scores.
19 points twice, right?
I think so. I thought you were going to break this flat.
Yeah, I was scared he would undercut it.
He almost undercut it because
Yeah.
you did break a flat.
Yeah,
That's why I threw that
catching
ball as hard as I could.
It was pretty hard.
Yeah,
Now Logan with the touchdown.
exactly. So
Same
here it's
play
like,
again, huh? Right?
yeah,
Just to the
yeah.
other side.
We did it a lot. So it's like, okay, now we're feeling okay. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we had a
Back
terrible
in this.
start, but we're back in it, right?
Yeah.
And then this happens.
It's 3rd and 3, great throw.
But also,
It's just-
he was sacked already.
And then Vince, that's actually a fumble there and could have been a touchback.
Yeah, when the ball
Yeah.
rolls out of bounds.
So then it's like, okay, we're
Huh.
back down by 2 scores. And then the next drive, I throw a pick 6. And it's like, well, damn it. Now it's back to 19.
Yes.
And then you're digging yourself out of a hole again. Wrong shoulder. So it's like,
But yeah,
at this point, it's like, well, yeah, for lack of a better word, fuck, you know. And then what people don't talk about, and was one of the most important drives of the game was this drive right before halftime. I think if we don't score this touchdown right before halftime,
That's tough.
we're in a really, really bad spot. And so, luckily, we were able to punch it in here. So this was a very, very important drive for us.
this is already third quarter, huh?
No, this is last play.
That's first or second.
Or last play.
So that was huge. 8 seconds left, we scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
And like I said, if we don't go into halftime 33-20 at least, it's gonna be a long second half.
But then the third quarter was
Yeah.
working much better.
No, the offense really got into a rhythm second half, and only our mistakes was gonna stop us. Were gonna stop us. It's just when you start getting into a rhythm, being 13 points down is not the best.
But what was the difference? Did they change anything on defense, or
It's
did we
just
change?
us. It's
No,
just
it's
us. It's just
executed
yeah,
better.
it's just execution.
Yeah.
Kyle came up with an awesome game plan, and we just finally executed it better.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
There's no snow.
Mhm.
But
We
the
are not
grass
in-
was really nice, so maybe that's why we did it.
We are not in Green Bay. This pass interference thing, I don't know what I think.
This
This one was-
yeah,
yeah,
you
but-
see it in the replay, you're gonna see.
Oh,
But
the-
they're huge penalties.
Oh.
30, 40-yard penalties.
exactly.
I mean,
it's
they're
a
absolute game changers.
spot of foul first down then, and it's. I also don't.
But here you watch him. You see how he
Yeah,
grabs his
he
arms?
grabs his arms.
I mean, that's about as obvious as you can
And
get.
face mask as well
Yeah.
when he tries to
So
punch it out.
So kept our drive alive.
did not make that catch easy.
No.
But this is what Toby does really, really well.
Yeah.
And he's such a savvy football player.
lot of publicity.
Hey, YouTube's got to get the money too, you know. How is Google going to survive?
yeah. Yeah. And, was it you? Yeah, you scored.
First rush touchdown.
Was that because of you?
No.
Okay.
Isn't that
Man,
question?
first-
Isn't that
man,
illegal?
first touchdown.
Isn't that illegal? Helping the runner?
You're allowed to push, not pull.
Oh, okay, good.
And it
In
just
the
kind
end.
of knocked the wind out of me for no reason. It's like I didn't need it, but appreciated.
There it is.
Ah.
That felt good. Can we talk about whoever does the captions for the ELF or the
I don't know who's doing it.
Somebody said I stiff armed him into oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I most certainly did not. I most certainly did not.
It wasn't the Derrick Henry stiff arm, but it
No,
was.
I'm not capable of that.
Should we watch it again?
It was a nice like, hey, move aside. I'm trying to score here. Like, excuse me, pardon me. Okay. Into oblivion. It's a strong comment.
Did you talk to him after the game?
52?
Yeah.
No. But I mean, that's a part of my game that I have to keep doing. And you know, the 4 rushes for 48 yards, those are all first down runs, or those are all, you know, you have to take into account. You can't just keep dropping into coverage. You have to have that disciplined rush lanes, or you have to have somebody account for me in the coverage, and that it's just another factor for the defense to
Fourth quarter, we are in front, and it looked like we could handle that game.
Mhm.
But the Centurions scored again. I think it is.
And this is
play.
one of the
Yeah.
throws I was telling you about.
Ah,
I mean,
perfect.
at the end of the day, like he knew where he was going with the ball pre-snap. I think he probably knew what coverage we were in. But at the end of the day, you got to make the throw.
And they go for 2, and it is also good.
But at this point, like, honestly, I wasn't sweating at all. It was just like, okay, we have 6 minutes to go down and do it again. And honestly, I was really hoping to take all of that 6
Yeah.
minutes.
Then Marco
And then-
just went crazy.
Yeah. And then Marco just decides to do this out of nowhere. And it's just like, well, that's an awesome play, but damn it.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see 2 minutes on the clock or
How
1
long
minute.
was that drive? Like 45 seconds?
It was a couple plays, yeah.
Yeah.
Why can no team defend it? The Quinton Pouts drag route. Good guy, good receiver. When he gets the ball at the right position, hard to stop.
Because it's effective in man and it's effective in zone. Because you're basically forcing people to come up and tackle him in the open field, and that's his strength. And it's really hard to follow a crossing route with man. You would really have to have linebackers interrupt him,
Yeah.
which we didn't
Yeah.
do.
So they scored. They went again for 2.
There was not much field goal units in this game.
No, kicking game was also an issue for us at that day.
Just in case anybody wanted to see it again.
Yeah. Then we had the ball, a couple seconds still on the clock, and yup, game over. Yeah, 2-0. But it's not the end of the world. The season is long. We're gonna have 10 more games to prove better. And let's talk about the upcoming game after we check the standings. So, Northern Division. Rockler is doing what people expected. I think they
I don't think people
Hamburg and
expected a 2-point game against the
No, against Stuttgart.
against Stuttgart.
But they are 2-0. Hamburg 1-1. Berlin 1-1. And the Leipzig King also, they had a close game against. No, they didn't. They lost against Rheinfire.
It was pretty close again.
Was it close? I think they were in the lead also. Yeah. Central Conference. Vikings won against Frankfurt at their home opener at Generali Arena, 30-10, I think. We are still second place because we scored a lot of points, but not enough to win the games. So our point differential is better than the one from Frankfurt and Stuttgart. So 3 teams with 2-0, 0-2. And we have the Southern Conference with 3 teams 2-0. The Dragons surprising everybody at the moment. I think at least social media thought that they are worse, but no, they're good. Rheinfire 2-0, Cologne now 2-0, and Istanbul. They lost high against Berlin last weekend. But our next opponent, the Berlin Thunder, the team partially owned by Björn Werner. What do we know about him, Philip? What you scout them? You already watched video. What do we know about them? What is their stakes?
They played a very good game against Istanbul. They had a great rushing attack that game. Their American running back went crazy.
Jock's
I think
good.
he scored 3 touchdowns, right?
Jock is really good.
Yeah. And we just have to perform like we did for the 3 quarters in Cologne and hope we're gonna come out with a victory this time.
Sean, you like we talked last week, a little bit more into game planning also. Not talk too much about it, but what are going to be the key factors to be successful at the end of that game?
Well, one thing that Istanbul did a pretty poor job of is on first down. So they put themselves in a lot of second and long and third and long scenarios, and that's not where you want to be against any team, but particularly a team with Kyle Kitchens on it. So I think we have to do a really good job early in 3-down sets and really win on first down and get ourselves into second and medium and third and manageable and just keep again finding a rhythm where it's throws and catches, positive run, and just do. I don't, we're very comfortable in not being this highly explosive vertical passing attack. It's something that we have in mind and something we need to get better at. But I think we're at home, 4-yard gain, 6-yard gain, 8-yard gain, 12-yard gain, and just methodically putting together 8, 9, 10-yard drives. And when we don't get penalties, we're able to do that very well. And that's kind of the key factor is don't put ourselves in situations where we can't just operate as normal. And I think if we're able to do that, we could have a very good outing again.
Good. There's an interesting question from our guys from football. How does it feel to be out of your comfort zone? Do you like the challenge? What's ahead of you? Or would you rather be 8-0 in the AFL?
Can I answer
first?
Without a doubt, 100%, I'd rather be in this position. Leaving the game in Cologne.
It is where we are right now.
Yeah, exactly. Leaving the game in Cologne, obviously, I was extremely disappointed, and 0-2 is not where I envisioned us as a team after week 2, but it's exactly what we signed up for. It's exactly what everybody said they wanted. And now if you're going, this is exactly what I wanted. The second half of that football game was awesome, but outside of the last drive, maybe.
Right.
But it's like, if you make a mistake, you want to pay for it. I made a mistake on the pick 6. You pay for that. Where in the AFL, you can make mistakes and not pay for it. You have to play good. It forces us, and what we're going to do all week is try to get better. And you can't stay stagnant. Even if we were 2-0, I'm sure the Vikings aren't sitting there feeling great about themselves either. They lost they won a close game here, and they didn't play Jake Sullivan. And so I don't think anybody in the league is feeling great about themselves after 2 weeks. I'm sure everybody's getting better because everybody knows they have a really tough 10 games ahead of them.
Yeah.
And that's 100% what you want as a competitor. And, I left that game feeling in the second half, I played close to my potential and we still didn't win. So it's like, okay, well now how do I push it to the next level? So this is exactly what I wanted, and I'm very much looking forward to the challenge.
Philip?
Yeah, that's that's what we all signed up for, right? That's a big reason why I'm here, because I want to play
On the highest level.
yeah, I want to play on the highest level. I want to play new competitions. I want to have new competitions, and yeah, that's just we all gotta get better, and we just gotta prove it next week.
So, no, we wouldn't be happy to be in the AFL right now, maybe. How many people are expected in the stadium this weekend? It's a holiday weekend with tomorrow free here in Austria, and Friday is like a bridge day, Brückentag, where the schools are closed. So we hope, again, a lot of people like last weekend, but maybe some of you guys are watching the game from the Gardasee or from the Tuscany because you're gonna like Italy, and that's really typical for Tyrolians to travel to Italy on these days. So let's hope we're gonna have a great crowd, but it looks good that we have it. Maybe not that many, but many.
Yeah.
And for them, for these people who are coming, they're gonna get the best show on that weekend, and hopefully a win for us. Good. So Berlin, no opponent is a joke. We heard it. They have talent, and we just have to execute and get better, work on the little things. We have 3 practices ahead. Tonight is the first one. Sean, you mentioned that we have to be better in the first and second quarter. We had similar struggles against the Vikings. Is there any way how you can implement these points in practice? Because there is no first quarter or something.
No, I think the only thing that you can do, because a lot of our struggles in the first quarter are penalties, and oftentimes penalties are not being 100% focused, not being 100% confident in what you're doing, not being in this rhythm that I talked about. When we're, from my experience, when the Raiders offense is firing on all cylinders, and I know you know what I'm talking about, it's like, boom, plays in, plays called, next play, and it's like, it's really like a well-oiled machine where it's just churning out yards and yards. There's no penalties, there's no negative plays, there's no mental mistakes from the entire unit, right? And when that's not happening, it always feels forced, it feels hard, it feels difficult, because you're in 2nd and 15s, or you're jumping off sides, or you're not snapping the ball when you're holding call here or drop ball here. So it's like how to practice being in that rhythm, because that's eventually what we got into in the second quarter. Is it felt like
clicking.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's this thing that's hard to describe. The only thing, it's a rhythm. And so you try, I think the only thing that we can do is practice as if we were in a game and really create game scenarios and game stress, because games are stressful and the games are intense, and you have to practice those things. And that's the only thing that I can come back to, is we're jumping off sides on the first play of the game, or we're having early holding calls. I mean, our penalties as an offense in the first half compared to the second half are uncomparable. And so it's like we have to practice being in there, so when we are in there, it's not so foreign. And I think we've done a really poor job of that up until this point. It has to be solved.
Oh, okay. So 3 important practices.
Yeah.
Werden die Spiele auch auf Twitch gestreamt? No, we don't have the rights to do so. There's the ELF Game Pass where you can watch all the games. There is for Austria the game, because it's a home game in Austria, it's going to be on Pulse 24. And yeah, that's it for this weekend. So the Game Pass is really good, the best, and they fixed the login problems from last Sunday. So it should work, and the English commentaries are very nice, and it's a good product what the ELF is doing there. Will kicker Niklas Sanin be ready?
Great questions.
Great question, football. You asking the right ones. Just maybe not. Maybe it's a surprise.
Hopefully.
Well, watch the game and you will see it. Good. Then cut. ELF last weekend and upcoming weekend is over. We're gonna quickly, because we need also to talk about it a little bit, switch to the AFL, because our AFL team has a game this weekend against the Snowmo Knights on Saturday evening. You guys can watch it. The stream gonna be here. It's gonna be written here. I think they stream on Facebook. So check out gameday.football.at. Our young Austrian team is still waiting for a win this year. Let's hope it's happening in Sneumo this Saturday. If you have a chance to watch the game or go to the game, do it. Support our young and let's hope future young stars and future stars. And one thing we have to mention, since we have a former Daniel Dragon sitting here, how cool is it to see the Dragons on top? Do you think it now it pays off a little bit, the hard work from the last years?
Yeah, I mean, it looks good, you know. They've played a good season so far, and I wish everybody the best success they can have there, and it's just awesome to see the guys winning now. And yeah, I mean, for me it was logical after Raiders and Vikings leaving that the Dragons would be the big dog now, and I think you can see it. They've not played up to their potential, in my opinion, yet, but they still got a couple of weeks to go, and best football you want to play in the playoffs, and yeah, that's what they will try to do.
Mm-hmm. So since you were part of the Dragons the last years and you were always in the semis, and I think almost every year against us in the semifinals, maybe this year is the year where the Dragons go to the Austrian Bowl first time after 2010.
Yes.
So it's been a while, and
yeah, that's the plan for them, of course. Yeah.
Do you still have friends in the team?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're in the gym right now watching the stream.
Nice.
That's what they told me. Yeah. And yeah, of course, I wish them all the best, and they're gonna try to win it all this year.
Perfect. So who are they playing this weekend?
Giants.
They play the Giants at home. Okay. So Saturday 3 p.m. against the Giants at home, or 7 p.m. against the Sneumo Knights, our Raiders. So 2 games to watch. Good. That's it for the AFL, and we are almost at the end of the show already when it comes to time, because these guys have to go to practice. There was a show which only our hardest supporters saw online, because it isn't published on YouTube, because it was special. It was the special show, and we talked about Philip and Philip's career. Just some quick questions, because I mean we there was an article about you, so now we mention it. You are from the Daniel Dragons football program, but Philip, just some key points. When did you start playing football?
I started in 2012. Switched over from basketball.
Oh, you played basketball?
Yeah, I played basketball for like 10 years.
For which club?
For my hometown, Klosterneuburg Dukes.
For the Dukes?
Yeah.
So normally your way was playing basketball and being a point guard in the highest Austrian basketball league.
Yeah. Didn't work out like that, but yeah, American football is better anyway, so yeah. Now I'm here.
Pretty good pairing of sports to go with, though.
Yeah. You like it?
Yeah, I played basketball from 12 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
I was a very short center.
Really?
2012, Klosterneuburg. Were the Dragons still at Klosterneuburg at that time? Or
No.
did they already move to Vienna?
They were already in Vienna, Stadtlau.
Because I still played in Klosterneuburg against the Dragons in 2009, 10, and I think that's it. I think then they moved to Stadtlau.
Yeah, I went to a couple of games when I was younger and watched him in Klosterneuburg playing against the Giants. I can remember their yellow helmets, but
that's it. So, and then you went through the whole youth career of an Austrian football player, played for the Dragons?
I never played youth football in
How
Austria.
old are you?
I'm 27 right now.
So 10 years ago,
And back
17.
then
You already started?
They cancelled the under 19, I think, and
it was the
they had
switch
the
to the
second
under
team.
17.
Yeah, exactly, and they had the second team. So I started playing the second team for 1 year and then AFL.
And AFL.
Yeah.
And then it was, I mean, I can remember still when I was playing that you were already that guy at the Dragons, that receiver. Then you played national team, and then I think you were the offensive player of the year
Last
year.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, no, that's a big accomplishment, right?
yeah, I think everybody that knows me knows that I don't give a lot about individual awards. I don't care about individual stats because I just wanna win in the end, and we've never won with the Dragons. We've always lost here in the semifinal, and yeah, obviously the big goal is to win a championship for me personally and not win an individual award. I mean, it's nice, and yeah, I was up there in the VIP area, but I'd rather be on the field playing than getting a trophy.
What I wanted to say it was
in the VIP.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah, it was pretty nice.
don't say it. What do you want to say?
What?
Don't say I never was in the VIP because I was in the field winning an Austrian ball.
No, I'm just saying that's
Because he was the season MVP.
no. I'm saying it's a more enjoyable. Like obviously, you'd rather be in the game.
Yeah, you don't get the VIP if you play.
That's what, but playing it's such a nuisance.
Yeah.
Like when you win, and you have to like be pulled out of warm up, but like it throws off your whole pregame routine. I always hated it, and yeah, it was just kind of like, what are we doing here? I'm missing warm ups.
Was it halftime, right? Because Marco was out at halftime.
It was at halftime, I think, here, but when we played in St. Pölten, there was, I think, once it was before the game and it was in the middle of warm-ups and we were running into the stadium. And then
St. Pölten, both times it was in warm-up, so it's like middle, it's like, Sean, and then I have to run over there. And
get the thing and then running back.
yeah.
But then season was over and the project ELF came closer and closer and closer to Austria. 2 franchises were announced. You decided to come to Innsbruck, and then 1st of May you landed here in Tyrol, and it's now 7 weeks. How is your resume about your decision, and how do you feel here with the Raiders?
Yeah, I think I've made the perfect decision, and it feels awesome to be here, and it's a great group of guys here. Really, like I said it at the press conference as well. I think the recruiting process really tried to get good people here and not only good football players. And you can really feel that every time we come together, that people care about each other and everybody cares about winning. We haven't done that yet, but we're gonna do it. And yeah, so it was the perfect decision for me.
What was really cool after the game, to kind of piggyback off that, I mean, we haven't been a team for very long, 6 weeks maybe. But the team chemistry is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
And
You see it also from
like
the
there was
outside.
there was zero finger pointing.
Nobody.
There was no bad energy after the game. It was like a collective, like, okay, we need to do better. But it was really cool, like offensive guys picking up defensive guys saying like, you know, we got your back, or don't worry about it. You know, it was in that regard, it was a very positive experience.
And you could see that from the outside. I mean, this is something which really surprised me in that project ELF franchise, because it is a new team, new guys from everywhere, you know, guys from teams we played where it was maybe a rivalry or whatever.
Lucky,
you from the Dragons. But also German guy. You know, people coming from everywhere.
Hated Funkhauser, you know what I mean? So
No, you didn't hate it, Funkhauser.
him joining the team, I was like,
Stop saying it.
Are we sure we want to bring in this guy?
In that short amount of time coming together, I think this is a success. Because it could be completely different. Imagine everybody is, if you don't click and connect.
Well, especially because everybody came together. Especially because everybody came together with really high expectations, right? And so this team's goals were as high as you can be, and still are, right? And so to start off in that manner with the expectations being so high, it could easily unfold pretty quickly and unravel pretty quickly. And it's actually the opposite.
And that's only part of the recruiting process, right? Because you brought in the right guys, the right minds, and the right personalities.
Yeah.
Good. Philip, we have some questions to you.
Yeah.
To know you a little bit better.
It's good that the old video isn't out there, because I can't remember what I said to a couple of questions.
Oh, true, I'm Booby. We have to change the intro. It says every Monday. Maybe we're gonna do a neutral intro, where without a weekly day.
Every week you have to guess. So you have to be on Twitch or turn on notifications.
Yeah, exactly. Turn on notifications, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you don't, because there are awesome shows The next one is coming in the next days. Inside the Raiders Part 2. Go there and subscribe. And if you didn't watch episode 1 of Inside the Raiders, do it. It's an awesome show.
Also the Boots report.
And also the
Actually
Boots
pretty
report.
funny.
It's also, that's
Did
true.
you see the second episode?
I did.
It's the third? No.
I'm involved.
Yeah,
The third one.
I think it's funny.
I think it's just the second at the moment.
it's the second.
He's a little behind.
It's about camp.
It's what people don't realize is
Video editing.
video editing takes forever. So, and Butts probably has hours upon hours upon hours of
Yeah,
footage to go through.
always running around with the camera.
Yeah, better for worse.
Philipp, Comedy or Drama?
Drama.
Hund oder Katze?
That's one I don't remember from last time, but I'll go with.
Did I ask you these last time?
Yeah.
Why? I probably skipped it, knowing my producing skills.
So what was the answer?
Hund.
Hund. Let's do it. Let's do it in English. Chocolate or gummy bears?
Gummy bears.
Backpack or suitcase?
Backpack.
Soccer or Formula One?
Soccer.
Which club? Rapid?
Yes.
Austria? Rapid. Mercedes or BMW?
Mercedes.
Making a puzzle or watching TV?
Watching TV.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King.
Auto or car or bicycle?
Right now, bicycle.
In Klosterneuburg, car.
Yeah, because you gotta get in and out of Vienna and yeah.
Beer or wine?
Beer.
Partying or chilling?
Chilling.
Black or white?
Black.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Superman or Batman?
Superman.
Mountains or ocean?
Ocean.
Vegetables or fruits?
Vegetables.
Chaotic or being organized?
Being organized.
Traveling or staying at home?
Staying at home.
Apartment or house?
Apartment.
Cooking for yourself or ordering food?
That's kind of tough one, but ordering food.
You're an healthy guy.
I'm trying to be.
City or countryside?
City.
Isn't that the same question as house or apartment?
No. You can have a house in the city.
Yeah, you can if you're from the Porsche family.
Sweating or having cold?
Sweating.
And now a good question for you. Basketball or football?
Football.
Cheerleading or cheer dance?
Cheerleading.
You know what's interesting? Is I think on the black and white question, I don't remember anybody answering white. It's almost unanimously black. Because it's better.
But our white jerseys look pretty dope.
It's true. Your boy looked fast.
And hard to wash.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
Especially when people are doing things
So,
like this.
grass angels.
Well,
They're gonna be
Don't throw the balls so deep.
They're
Please
gonna
throw the
be-
balls that they get.
well. If you throw to Marco, where are you gonna put it?
You have a small window.
Yeah, exactly.
A ball fits in there.
Yeah. They're gonna be a light shade of green by the end of the season.
Yeah.
That'll look nice. Good alternative.
Alrighty. We have to go to practice.
Yes.
That's it. Last thing for tonight is our playlist.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't prepare one either.
Ooh.
I need to check.
Ooh.
I need to check Spotify. What?
He has a bird.
yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah. Ah,
Nah.
maybe in the fall.
I know. I take a song. I take a song which I heard on TikTok, but which is already really old from the Beatnuts. Se acabó. If you are into TikTok and you hear this song, you will recognize it because it's now everywhere. Good, Sean. Your song of the day.
Have I done Anton aus Tirol?
Yes, first show.
And
I
they
think
were-
it was first show.
They were singing it in pregame.
Really?
The Cologne or
Really?
Stuttgart fans.
They were
Poorly.
thinking about Fuchsa.
Poorly, but nevertheless.
Philip, you have a song?
I got In the Army Now from Status Quo.
In
Because we
the
listened in the gym today.
army now. Oh,
Yes.
in the army. De-de-de.
Ride with me, Nelly.
You always listen to this playlist when you ride the train.
I've
Back home.
never once listened to the playlist,
No. It's
But-
kind of sad.
but I do follow it. I think.
Oh, we have already 40 followers.
Yes.
Follow this playlist and you will hear all awesome
The
songs.
problem is I don't want to listen to Paul's music.
Oh, of course, it's the best. And then he would learn something about music and not listening to Anton aus Tirol.
What are
But
you
that's a
saying? What are you
different
saying?
story.
What are you
Maybe
saying?
one day I do
What are you
with you
saying?
music education.
What are you saying?
You can come
What
to my
are you
class,
saying?
music education. We start in centuries.
What
so
are you
we-
saying
we-
about DJ Utsi?
Not good
Say it.
things. Not good things.
Hey,
Hey, baby.
ooh,
Ha,
exactly.
and now
Thank
it's
you. Points
over.
proven.
Thank you.
Points proven.
Sean, your last words to the audience.
Ciao, cacao. We gotta go practice.
See you guys.
Ciao, macht es gut. Gesund bleiben. Nächste Woche wieder. Die Woche kommt noch Inside the Raiders auf unseren YouTube-Kanal. Check it out. Abonnieren und hoffentlich alle am Sonntag ins Stadion kommen oder am Samstag nach Zneumo. Und wenn das nicht geht, dann Livestream anschauen. Supportet uns auf all unseren Kanälen. Danke, dass ihr eingeschaltet habt. Schönen Abend. Macht es gut. Vielen Ciao.
I like the whole show's in English and the outro is in German.
Thanks for watching. It was really nice that you guys tuned in. We're gonna hope for your support in the next days at the next games in Zneumo on Saturday evening or on Sunday, 3 p.m. in Tivoli Stadium.
And if you
Come
can't-
and support us. And if you can't come to the stadium, check out the streaming from the ELF, the Game Pass, or on Pulse 24 and support us on all our channels. Thanks. Stay healthy. See you soon. Good night. Vielen
Baby, baby. Ooh. Are you gonna leave it on? I wanna know if you be my girl.
2, 1, 2,
How
3,
could you
4.
say something bad about